In today's video, I bought every single Five Nights at Freddy's action figure ever made, which cost me thousands of dollars. We're going to find out what is the best FNAF action figure ever made, as well as giving some away to you guys, all in today's video. So let's get right into it. So guys, here is every single Five Nights at Freddy's action figure ever made. It's a lot. There's basically a mountain of them, which Shadow Freddy painstakingly had to set up. So thank you, Shadow Freddy. And you can see when we get to the very end of the mountain, we will be reviewing the brand new Endo Series FNAF figures. And will those be given away? I don't know. We'll just have to find out. But before we can unbox the brand new Jazwares figures, we gotta start all the way back in 2016 with the first FNAF action figures ever made of Wave 1. So let's see if these figures still hold up 10 years later. So starting us off here is all of the Wave 1 Five Nights at Freddy's action figures. And what's to say about these that hasn't already been said? And being honest, looking at these after so long, I think they still hold up, honestly. After these 10 years, compared to the Jazwares figures, I'd say these ones are pretty good. They have great color, they have great texture, and they have great black wash on them, which makes them look really dirty, which Jazwares don't, as well as the Funko figures do have accessories. Now, the worst thing about accessories is they don't really hold them. Taking a look at Bonnie over here, he just can't hold his guitar. This is like the best he could possibly do, as well as their joints are really floppy. Look at that floppy Bonnie head, that's not very good. As well as another bad thing about the Funko figures, they're very inaccurate. Look at these top teeth. Bonnie has top teeth. Let's see. Oh, Freddy has top teeth. Let's see. Oh, Chica, look at that. Chica has top teeth. Of course, Foxy normally has top teeth. And even Golden Freddy has top teeth, which is very inaccurate. So that's a downside. But a plus side to these figures is if you bought all of them, you could build a Springtrap figure completely for free. Jazwares has nothing like that. This is really amazing for the collectible aspect, is you literally get a free Springtrap if you buy them all, which is really awesome. And there's a exclusive figure, but he sucks. It's glow-in-the-dark Foxy. He's very lame, he's just Foxy but orange, and, well, he doesn't glow very good. So overall, Wave 1, I'd say it kind of holds up, but it's definitely got some issues. Now let's go check out Wave 2. So, I'd say the Wave 1 figures hold up pretty good, but there's definitely a lot of flaws that Jazwares has thankfully fixed. But there's also some things they have that Jazwares doesn't have. Now, let's check out the Wave 2 figures of, the Nightmares, and see how well this wave holds up to, well, the new Jazwares figures. So here is Wave 2 of the Five Nights at Freddy's Funko action figures, and I would say these ones hold up a lot better. First of all, their details look a lot more accurate, with their teeth being accurate this time, the withering looking incredible. They can now swivel on the waist, which is a very nice detail. The black wash is even dirtier, as you can see all throughout his chest. It looks awesome. And overall, these figures are just way more accurate. They look really good. You can see Bonnie's full chest cavity in here, his giant scary fingers, his big awesome looking face. Nightmare Chica comes with the Nightmare Cupcake attached to her hand, so you don't lose it like the FNAF 1 Chica. Her eyes are different colors, which is very accurate. Nightmare Foxy looks really good with his spiky endo legs, his giant Foxy hook. Funtime Foxy is the worst FNAF action figure ever made. I hate this piece of garbage. It never should have been made. It's literally not a real character. They should have made Nightmare Fredbear instead, the main character of FNAF 4. This thing sucks garbage, and I hate it. Jacko Chica is a incredible exclusive, personally my favorite. The orange glow looks so good, the pumpkin looks really cool, I love everything about her, and the Build-A-Figure of Nightmarion, he's alright. He can't stand up at all, they didn't give him a stand or anything, and his limbs are very wobbly. He's really not the best Build-A-Figure, I'm not the biggest fan of him, he's a really cool character, but overall, this wave, the figures were cooler, but the Build-A-Figure was worse, and one of the characters genuinely sucked. This should have been Nightmare Fredbear. This is actual garbage. I don't know why they made this, but let's see if the third wave of Funko figures is better than this. So guys, we are now on to the third wave of original figures. This brings us to 2017, I think is when these came out, and these are the sister location figures. A really cool wave, but how well do they hold up to the Jazwares figures? Let's go ahead and take a closer look. Now, checking out the sister location Wave 3 of the Fnaf Funko action figures, these ones are really good. Some people may say this is the best series of Fnaf Funko action figures, and well, I might agree with that. All these figures are extremely well detailed. I mean, look at all of Circus Baby's faceplates, they look really good. She has full torso swivel, which is really cool. All her details are there. Ballora literally comes on a ballerina stand. Funtime Freddy, oh man, he looks so good. His face is so well detailed. The one line of paint down the middle is a little strange. I'm not too sure why they did that. Bonbon looks incredible for being one of the smallest bonbons ever made. Funtime Foxy is very good. I mean, it looks just like Funtime Foxy, but the special things about this wave are the Build-A-Figure and the exclusive. First of all, Entered as the Build-A-Figure is genuinely the best Build-A-Figure we have probably ever gone. It's debated between this and Wave 4, but Entered is extremely detailed. His mask looks so good. His torso looks incredible. All the detail is there. You can see all the eyes. Oh man, they look so good. The little eye here, the little eye here, the little eye on his arm. It's incredible. And Lolbit. I love Lolbit so much. He's one of my favorite characters. Man, it keeps wanting to focus on the background. But while this figure is amazing, and it is very expensive, something that isn't great about this is they just recolored the Funtime Foxy action figure. Lolbit isn't supposed to have eyebrows, so that makes it very obvious they recolored it. And you can see the eyelids of Funtime Foxy on Lolbit, showing they just recolored it. At least they gave her a hook, which is a nice detail. Overall, this series is really amazing. I do really love Sister Location, and let's see if Wave 4 has any way of one-upping this one. So, Wave 4 could be a lot of people's favorite wave. This is the Pizzeria Simulator wave, with a great exclusive and an incredible Build-A-Figure. So let's see how good this wave is. So here is Wave 4, the Pizzeria Simulator wave of Funko action figures. And well, they're alright. The main figures, right, the main 5, are fine. They're just kind of lame characters. Rockstar Freddy and Rockstar Foxy are really cool because, well, they're kind of the main characters. But the other 3 choices just aren't too great. Like Orville Elephant, I guess he's fine, but I mean he's kind of random, and then El Chip, I guess he's like a funny character, I guess, but over like Molten Freddy or like a lot of other really cool characters like Scrap Trap. Pig Patch is probably the worst because it's like, who cares about Pig Patch? He's such a random character. Like, at least make Happy Frog or someone cooler. And then the exclusive figure is probably one of the coolest ones, Lefty. One of the only characters who makes sense for a recolor, because Lefty just is a recolored Rockstar Freddy. But then the main reason you would buy any characters in this wave is for Scrap Baby. So clearly they could make a good figure because they made Scrap Baby right here. But instead we got El Chip and Pig Patch, which, like, why? That's so random. Scrap Baby is absolutely incredible. The best Funko action figure in my opinion. So will this be the best FNAF action figure ever made? There's a good chance. Her details are genuinely incredible. Every single hair is detailed on her head. Her face is amazing. Her giant hand, her massive claw, her rollerblades, all the details on her are genuinely incredible. The rest of this wave, to be honest, isn't very great, but Scrap Baby is amazing. And, well, this is where Funko kind of falls off, and let me show you why. So, guys, the next wave of FNAF figures after this, I hate them so much. I hate them. But I gotta look at them anyway, so we're gonna go do that. Here's a bunch of garbage. This is Wave 5 of the Funko figures, and these genuinely suck. The recolors of the Pizzeria Simulator wave, except they got rid of the only good parts of the Pizzeria Simulator wave, which was the Lefty action figure and the Scrap Baby action figure. So what do you get when you take those away? Slop, you get garbage. These figures actually suck. They're meant to be glow in the dark, except they're weirdly translucent. You can see all the stuff inside of them, which is stupid. These figures are already ugly enough to begin with, and now they're even uglier. Like, who wants pea-colored Orville? These are genuine garbage, and I hate them. In my opinion, the worst wave of FNAF action figures ever made. There's a lot of really bad ones, but I would probably consider these the worst ones because they took already bad figures and they somehow made them even worse. So let's just go see what the next ones are. So guys, the next wave after that isn't too bad. This is the Security Breach wave of figures. Now, they're pretty bad. I'm gonna be honest, they're pretty bad, but they're not as bad as the glow-in-the-dark Pizzeria Simulator. So let's see how these look, especially compared to the Security Breach Jazwares. So, Wave 6 of the Funko Figures Security Breach. This wave is, well, it's pretty awful because this is the first wave to not have a Build-A-Figure, and, yeah, they don't have a Build-A-Figure anymore. Funko really cheaped out. So this wave, honestly, is, pretty garbage, especially compared to Jazwares figures. These figures just don't look very good. You can see this is very clearly Funtime Freddy's head that they reused. That doesn't look good. The rest of him is very weirdly shaped. He honestly doesn't look much like Glamrock Freddy. Glamrock Chica, you can tell this is just normal Chica's head. These figures are so lazy. I don't know why they decided to make these. Every single one of these is extremely ugly. I mean, just look how ugly Vanny is. And you know what's garbage? You know what exclusive figure we got? Photo Negative Freddy. What the hell kind of character is this? Apparently when you take a photo of him and you invert the colors, this is what he would look like. That's the stupidest idea I've ever heard of. Whoever made this figure needs to be fired. And the only good figures we got in this wave are Sun and Moon. And the reason these are so good is because they came out actually years after these, even though they're included in the Security Breach wave, because they're still in the back of the Security Breach box. These figures look amazing. Their details are honestly perfect. Everything looks so good on them, from their hands to their ruffles, to their pants, to their face. They even have details on the back. So these figures are really good, but the rest of the Security Breach wave sucks. Let's see if the next Funko wave is better, because each wave is getting worse and worse and worse. So hopefully it gets better. The next wave after Pizzeria Simulator is part 1 of the Fnaf AR wave. Just more garbage. Let's just get this over with. Here is the next wave of Funko action figures, and you know, we could have gotten something cool. We could have got the toy animatronics, we could have got the Withereds, we could have got the Phantoms, we could have got maybe even better Pizzeria Simulator action figures, and you know what Funko said? Funko said, no, what if we make, Chocolate Freddy, a character that doesn't even exist? These figures suck. Freddy Frostbear is a cool character, but this figure is honestly garbage. I hate the frost cracking. It looks like someone just drew it on. It honestly looks bootleg. This is a very, very horrible figure, and it has the awful translucent thing where you can see all the stuff inside of him. Chocolate Bonnie is never this dark. He's like a milk chocolate, but this is like a dark chocolate Bonnie. He just doesn't look very good at all. The exclusive, I'm pretty sure, was Easter Bonnie, which is very mediocre. Like, yeah, it's Bonnie, but he's white, I guess. That's really lame. And then 2 characters they made up on their own because there wasn't even enough figures for this wave, so they made 2 pieces of garbage. They made Chocolate Freddy and Chocolate Chica, and I really don't like both of these characters. Their designs are fine, I guess. Like, the bites taken out of them are fine, and the sprinkles look kind of cool, but the fact that they had to make up these characters because this wave literally had no figures in it, I think is really stupid, and I think these figures are stupid, and I hate how much merch these characters got. Like, they even got Fightline figures. Nobody cares about these characters ever. These characters are actual garbage. Nobody likes them, and I hate how much merch they got from Funko. So, yeah, this was another garbage series. Awesome, wow. I think I'm kind of happy Funko lost the license. Let's go see the next wave. So the next wave of Funko FNAF figures does get slightly better, which is a nice change of pace. It is the Curse of Dreadbear figures. Finally, some actual FNAF characters that need some merchandise, and they don't look too bad. So let's go ahead and take a look at them. So, the Curse of Dreadbear figures, I honestly think are pretty good. These are pretty good figures. Dreadbear himself looks really good. His green is a little bit too, like, toothpastey green, but other than that, his details are honestly really great. It sucks he doesn't swivel in the middle like the Nightmares, but everything else, his head looks great. All of his designs look really great. He has a nice, great black wash on him. He's a really cool looking character. We finally got Jekyll Bonnie after years. We finally have him, which is really cool. I love how they made him. Grim Foxy is a really cool looking character. He can't swivel either, which I think is a little stupid since Nightmare Foxy could swivel, but everything else, like his hollow ears, his giant shoulder pads, and his big hook looks really cool. Glitchtrap, we finally get a Glitchtrap figure. He's a very cool character who definitely needed a figure. This one honestly looks amazing. I really like it. Of course, there's no Build-A-Figure, and the exclusive of this wave sucks. It's Pirate Captain Foxy, which is really lame. They could have done a lot cooler characters. Instead, they just put a coat on Foxy. I don't care about him. I lost his legs at one point, and I never even bothered buying a new one. So, that wave was fine. It's so small, right? It's like 5 characters. One of them is just Foxy with a hat, which is really stupid. So, these characters are at least better than the previous wave, so maybe the next wave gets better. Let's go check it out. So the next wave of Funko figures is the biggest wave of FNAF figures ever made, which is the FNAF AR wave with all the AR figures. There's a lot of characters in here, so let's go ahead and take a look at all of them. So guys, here is all of the FNAF AR wave, which is a lot of figures, as you can tell. This is 11 figures, I'm pretty sure, in this entire wave, and only 5 of them were normal figures, and the rest of them were exclusives, which is, well, that's a lot of figures. That is 7 exclusive figures. So the figures in this wave, honestly, are pretty great. I like them. I don't like FNAF AR, but for the characters they had, I think they're pretty great. So they finally made the toy animatronics. I don't know why they couldn't just recolor these and make them normal toys, but we finally got them with VR Toy Freddy, System Error Toy Bonnie, High Score Toy Chica, Radioactive Foxy, and we got a normal Toy Freddy with the angry live wire Toy Freddy. And the only normal figure in this wave was, the only other normal figure was the Toxic Springtrap, who's honestly a really cool looking figure. I really like that. Now, the rest of these were exclusives, including all of these were exclusive to Walmart, I'm pretty sure. Walmart had so many exclusives. There was Live Wire Toy Freddy, and this one is my personal favorite because her design is amazing. Arctic Ballora, and then the rest of them aren't that great. Broken Heart Bonnie, Shamrock Freddy, St. Patrick's Day, Liberty Chica, whatever, I don't care. The rest of them kind of suck. These are pretty garbage. I mean, who the heck wants a Liberty Chica action figure? That's pretty stupid. But overall, this wave honestly was not too bad. It made a lot of characters, and FNAF AR was very popular at the time. So, let's see if the next wave keeps up the trend with each wave getting better and better. So, the next wave of FNAF figures is, another garbage one. They were doing so good, and then they released this. Let's go ahead and look at it. This is one of the final waves Funko made, and I would say it's probably one of the most forgettable. It's definitely garbage. I mean, who remembers Santa Claus Freddy or Snowman Chica? But it's the most forgettable because whenever I see waves being restocked, I never even see this one get restocked. Even the other garbage waves get restocked, but this one, I think I saw in stores like once, and it's like, who cares? Who cares about these? These are just garbage. Why do you want an Elf Bonnie or a Gingerbread Foxy? And the exclusive of this wave was Nutcracker Foxy, probably the ugliest, worst exclusive ever. He's meant to be an actual Nutcracker, so you, like, do that, but because of that, nothing can move. His head can't move, his torso can't move, and his arms can't move. Only the forearms can move, and only his shins can move, his legs can't even move. This sucks. This is genuinely a waste of money. If I wasn't a YouTuber, I probably would never have bought these, and if I did buy them, I would probably throw them away, because they suck, and I don't like them. Let's just see the next one. So, we're getting really close to finally being able to review the Jazwares figures. There's only 3 more waves of Funko figures, and the next ones are over here to the side. These are the garbage balloon circus figures, so let's get this over with. Now, the balloon circus garbage are probably personally my least favorite because these don't even look like Five Nights at Freddy's figures. I mean, what the heck is this? These look like an old Disney cartoon or some other garbage because why would you ever want to own this? Does this really look like Freddy Fazbear to you? Does this really look like Bonnie the Bunny to you? These figures suck. They're not even from anything. I don't know who came up with the balloon circus idea, but it's trash. And I think Foxy was the exclusive, but it's like, why would you even want to own that? I don't care. So now taking a look at the second to last wave of FNAF Funko action figures, the tie-dyes. And, well, let's just go ahead and look at them. So guys, the second to last wave we have is the tie-dye figures, and let me give you guys a really nice in-depth review of each tie-dye figure. So there's my Freddy review, my Bonnie review, my Chica review, my Foxy, and my Springtrap review. So that is me reviewing the tie-dyes. And finally, the very last wave to look at Funko is the Ruin Wave. The last wave they made, which was actually very good. And let's take a look at it before it's finally Jazwares review time. So, the very last wave of Funko figures, honestly, they kind of went out with a bang. I will say, I'm glad they lost the license. They definitely deserve to lose it, but these figures are pretty well designed. Eclipse is an amazing looking figure. His face is extremely well detailed. His hands are really cool, and he's even missing a leg. I love that detail. Chica is covered in a bunch of moldy cheese, which I think looks amazing. You can actually see the endoskeleton inside her head, which looks awesome. Her missing arm is really cool. Her cracked feet look amazing, and they had to remold these figures because their original Glamrock Chica was so bad that I really appreciate this. And Roxanne Wolf looks amazing. Her face looks so good. The back of her head, oh man, the hair looks so great. Her giant one claw she has left looks so good. Her feet and the cracks and all of her shins and stuff, and even the little burnt tail at the end, she looks so good. I really love this wave. You know, if only Funko made figures this good every single wave, maybe they wouldn't have lost the license, but these ones are really amazing. They still did deserve to lose the license. And finally, it's time to look at Jazwares. So guys, because you made it all the way through the Funko section, I have a giveaway for you. Now, you guys liked the giveaway so much in the last video that I bought another 2 packs of Endo Series figures because you guys really liked them, and I went to Target and they had 2 more. So if you guys would like to enter to win your very own you can see my FNAF shirt that I'm wearing, your very own FNAF Jazwares Endo figure completely for free. Real Puggo fans, you already know what to do. Let me know if you're a real Puggo fan down in the comments, but in case you don't, that's completely okay. All you guys have to do to win these for free is like the video, subscribe to my channel, and leave a comment saying you finished all 3 steps, and you will be entered into the giveaway. So the winners for the last giveaway are here on screen who won the last one, so congratulations. And now let's finally take a look at the Jazwares. So we'll leave those there. So the first ever series of Jazwares figures to officially hit store shelves were the Jump Scare toy figures. So let's go ahead and take a look at these because I haven't looked at these in a little bit. So let's go see if they still hold up to the other things Jazwares made. So, the Jazwares figures, I gotta say, these ones held up over time. Even after they've only been out for a couple months, it's not even been a full year. Comparing these to all the Funko slop that we just had to look at, these are awesome. Their designs are incredible. The jump scare feature works extremely well, and it's very funny. I'm sure you've seen a million TikToks of Toy Freddy, like, singing songs or whatever. Toy Bonnie looks so good. I love it. His jump scare feature is so snappy. It works very well. It looks really good. Toy Chica, unfortunately, doesn't come with the cupcake. Probably the only bad thing, but her jump scare feature, it works perfectly. She looks so good. And of course, Mangle. Mangle's jump scare feature isn't as good. You kind of have to hold by her head to make her jump scare, but the actual figure is literally a Build-A-Mangle, and I mean the endoskeleton head even has its own little jump scare feature as well. This is fantastic. This wave really has held up, especially for Jazwares. They haven't their first wave isn't the worst one. It's absolutely incredible. Now let's see if the FNAF 1 jump scare figures hold up to these ones. So guys, the next figures are the original FNAF 1 figures. Now I'm not going to review these because I literally just reviewed these in my last video, so if you want to see the full review of them, you can go check it out. But quick thoughts is, Freddy's way too orange, but otherwise he's not bad. Bonnie's teeth aren't the best, and his jump scare is very lame. His mouth barely opens, and his teeth look very terrible. Chica looks amazing. Chica's probably the best one in my opinion. Her jump scare is awesome. Her beak looks awesome, and she's perfectly articulated. Foxy's jump scare is very good, but his neck is way too fat. Doesn't look very good. And Golden Freddy's the worst. This is literally just a bright yellow Freddy. Didn't dirty him up at all. He's not probably the worst one. So, now that we got that out of the way, before we take a look finally at these Endo figures, let's take a first look at the Wave 1 Endo so we remember what these look like before we check out the Wave 2 Endos. Now, these FNAF Jazwares figures are just genuinely incredible. These are some of the best figures ever made, and especially after we had to look at all the Funko slop, these are actually amazing. I love them so much. Everything about these figures. The fact that we finally have the Withereds. I mean, Withered Freddy looks practically perfect. He could be a little dirtier. That's about it. Withered Chica is, she's incredible. She looks so good. Withered Bonnie's, the only thing wrong is his top jaw, but otherwise, and his eyes being weird hexagons. Otherwise, he looks really good. And, of course, Foxy probably is the worst one just because all of this is red instead of actually cut out. But these, I mean, compared to Funko, are barely any flaws. The exclusive figure of Shadow Freddy is genuinely perfect. He is such a amazing looking figure. And all the classic figures look so good. Now, they have some issues, of course, but these compared to the Funko ones are just so much better. Chica's literally perfect. Freddy's eye holes could be a little bit bigger. That's really the only issue with him. Bonnie, I think, looks perfect. See how Bonnie's eye holes are bigger and he looks better than Freddy. And Foxy, of course, has the same issue of if only the insides of him were cut out. But these figures are amazing and they've definitely held up. I mean, they're just so good. So now that we've looked at these, let's go ahead and finally unbox and review all of the new Endo Series figures. So guys, it is finally time to unbox these, and you might be wondering why I have two. Well, I hunted all over so I could get these, and the reason why I picked up two is so I could display both suits at the same time, since it only comes with one endoskeleton, and I want to show off both figures at the same time so we can compare them and see how good these Fnaf AR figures are. So first, let's go ahead and start off with Freddy and VR Toy Freddy. Now, taking a look at the box before we actually start reviewing these, it is, of course, it looks great as always. They changed it so it's like, more 3D, I guess. The plastic isn't in the front, it's around the figures, so I guess they aren't as loose and they don't fling around, which I definitely think is a good idea. These have the brand new Endo 02, which looks fantastic, as well as Toy Freddy and VR Toy Freddy, which looks really cool. Includes Endo 02 character parts snap onto the Endo with glowing eyes, which is awesome. And then on the back, it shows everything you get. The Endo Toy Freddy and VR Toy Freddy, and then Toy Freddy, Toy Bonnie, Toy Chica, and Mangle. So, now that we have both of these, let's first assemble Toy Freddy, and then we'll assemble VR Freddy, and see how these turn out. So, let me go ahead and open this up. So, getting the Endo Series figures unboxed here, the very first thing I want to take a look at is that Endo skeleton. See how good he's looking. So, this is Endo 02, and oh wow, he looks so good. Oh my gosh. I love the plastic that they use for this more than the other one. It's like slightly translucent and a lot more silver. The rust all over him looks incredible. His jaw and his teeth, oh wow, look so good. His ears can actually fold in behind his head, so he has the accurate ears while still, while the, you know, the other animatronic parts can still go together, which I think is a amazing detail, as well as his eyes can be removed a lot easier than the other figures, because I know one of the biggest issue was the eyes were so hard to remove, and the feet. We'll see how easy or hard it is to put the feet together. But this looks amazing. Let's do a little time lapse of putting together Toy Freddy. So guys, here they both are, the Toy Freddy and VR Toy Freddy figures, and I gotta be honest, I didn't think they would look that good going into this, but I love this. I think this is awesome. He looks practically identical to the Jump Scare Toy Freddy, except he's bigger. He's literally just the same figure, except bigger. I mean, the eyes do look very, very slightly weird, but I mean, other than that, he's really great. Putting the pieces together was very smooth. Doing the Wave 1 Withered figures, made it very difficult. I don't know why. I'm trying to move his arms right now. That's something I'm noticing. The piece just wants to crack instead of letting his arms move. So that's not a good sign. The piece just wants to like split in half. I'm not too sure why. Yeah, look, I'm trying to move his hand right now. And, alright, so that's an issue. I'm trying to move his hand, and look, the piece just wants to, come apart for some reason. Like, it's like I can't move his, it's like I can't turn his hand for some reason. Like, you can turn his hand, but you gotta hold the entire piece together. So that's a little strange. Other than that, getting the pieces on this were very easy. In the old figure, getting the feet on were extremely difficult, but putting the feet on this guy is very easy. His jaw looks amazing. The articulation on him is, pretty good, I'd say. Look, I'm trying to move his head, and it wants to crack off. The pieces don't stay together very well. It's like all the pieces just want to, like, split. See? All the pieces just want to fall off, which is a little disappointing. But he looks amazing compared to the Toy Freddy figure. His colors are better. They're more orange. I really like that. And VR Toy Freddy. I don't care about VR Toy Freddy. I don't like him. I think he's a lame Fnaf AR character. And honestly, I don't know why they made him as a figure. But now that I have him in my hands, I love him. I'm going to be completely honest. I love him. Compared to the Funko Action figure, he is so much better. The only thing that the Funko Action figure has better is it has the texture. See, it has all this texture. It looks very good. Like the circuit texture look very good. He doesn't have that on it. It has the illusion that he has that because he's transparent, but he doesn't have that. Something amazing is you can actually take off the visor. That is so cool. Now, I wish he had the orange eyes instead of normal eyes. I mean, they made brand new eyes for Toy Freddy, so I'm not sure why they couldn't just give him that. Otherwise, he looks absolutely fantastic. I really love it. Again, his articulation is the exact same as Toy Freddy's. I didn't think I would like this character that much because it's just VR Toy Freddy. Like, who the heck cares about him? But I guess I care about him now. I care about him now. The articulation is so good on these. It really is fantastic, especially compared to the Funko Action figures. Like, Funko Action figures could not do a lot of the things that these action figures are able to pose and do. Can the Funko Action figure do this? Absolutely not. It is really amazing. These figures, I did not think I would like this so much. I saw a lot of people say these figures aren't very good and that the jump scare figures are better, but no. These are, you could get either. They're basically the same, if I'm being honest. One's just bigger. One's just bigger with better articulation, and the other one is smaller with a jump scare feature. So it's completely up to you, but these figures, I really love them. The details are amazing. Only two issues I'd say I have with these is the pieces want to come off really easy, and just because of how big Toy Freddy is, his articulation isn't great. The pieces make it hard to articulate, but it's only on certain pieces. See how I can move his hand just fine on this arm, but then I try and move it on this arm, and the pieces just want to crack off. I'm not too sure what's wrong with that, but overall, I think this is honestly a amazing figure. I really love Toy Freddy. His colors are perfect. His feet went together very easy. His articulation is literally amazing. You can articulate this boy any way you want. Absolutely incredible. This figure, I would say, man, this is amazing. I love him. I definitely will try and find more so I can give some away to you guys. But, this is awesome. This is the best Toy Freddy figure. I'm being so serious. Easily the best Toy Freddy figure. I mean, just looking at him. He is amazing. The jump scare figure is pretty close. You can get him if you want to. And the Funko figure is not very good, especially compared to this guy. Look, the Funko figure, he barely even wants to stand up. See, I want to pose him, and I want him to stand up. He can't even do that. That is garbage. Get out of here, Funko garbage. And the rest of these are awesome. I definitely recommend it. Now, let's go check out the next one. So guys, Toy Freddy, I love him. He's beautiful. Now, let's go ahead and check out Toy Bonnie and System Error Toy Bonnie. Let's see how good they are. Toy Bonnie and Toy Chica were the figures people did not like. So, we'll see how they hold up. Let's move Toy Freddy. We'll put him over here on the bed with Shadow Freddy. Shadow Freddy can watch him. Let's see if these ones are really that good. So guys, before we open up and review Toy Bonnie, of course we're going to take a closer look at the box. So Toy Bonnie's in there with Endo 02 and System Error Toy Bonnie. Includes Endo 02 and character parts, snap Toy Bonnie onto the Endo with glowing eyes. And then the back of the box shows everything you get. Endo, Toy Bonnie, and System Error Toy Bonnie. You can already see from the face, not looking too great. Definitely not looking too great compared to the others. So let's go ahead, open them up, and this one I'm going to build on camera. It won't be a time lapse like Toy Freddy because I want to show you guys the building process with these and how much easier it is to put these ones together than the other figures. So Toy Bonnie is a lot easier to put together. I'll only put Toy Bonnie together. I'll build System Error Toy Bonnie off camera, of course. But opening it up, I love that little display. You can honestly display all your figures there. That is so cute. That's really cool. Then here they are all together, the figures. So get them out of here. Oh, okay, yeah, we're already flinging pieces around. Endo 02, of course, looks awesome. But this time, he has green eyes instead of blue eyes. So that is an amazing detail. They didn't just reuse the Endos. I really like that. So let's go ahead and first take Toy Bonnie's head. And we'll, so he doesn't have different eyes. Toy Freddy had different eyes, than the endoskeleton, which was, kind of weird. Man, how do you, man, this is hard to open. Alright, guys, maybe I take it back. Ooh, okay, I got it. So, yeah, that's very strange. It looks like there's supposed to be eyes in here, but, they either just didn't give Toy Bonnie, his own eyes, or they just don't care. For some reason, they put the eyelids on the outside when Toy Freddy had his eyelids built into the Endo, so I think I can already tell why people don't like these figures. There might be something a little bit wrong with them. This is yeah, you can kind of see what's going on here with the face. With the eyelids on the outside of the eyes, might not be looking the best. And now his Toy Bonnie torso. Let's see how easy this snaps on to the endoskeleton. Is that, oh wow, oh, that was so easy, that was so smooth. See what I was telling you guys? These figures put together a lot easier, which I really like. They're a lot easier to fit together. So putting both of his arm joints on, yeah, those slide onto the Endo so smoothly. Oh wow. So first his bicep is on, and now we're going to put on his forearm. Oh, these pieces, these feel very good. These were just like Foxy's pieces, how Foxy's pieces were so skinny. Except these, the quality of plastic of these pieces, it just overall feels a lot nicer. Ooh, you can see the pieces are already cracking there. That's not a good look. And, kind of struggling to get this forearm on here. Let's see how well this stays together. man, this forearm just won't go together. Maybe I take it back. Maybe these pieces are a lot harder to put together because it just won't go. Let me pull his hand off. And let's really squeeze it. Yeah, you really have to squeeze these arm joints together. That's not too great of a sign. Toy Freddy was a lot easier to put together. Toy Bonnie, I'm not too sure why. The hands are also a lot more difficult to put together. Man, those really are some tricky hands. And his other little arm pieces, maybe Toy Freddy is just a better figure because Toy Bonnie's really given us some difficult time putting them together. The joints just almost don't want to stay together for some reason. It's very difficult. It's like the pieces are very like tense. I don't know how else to phrase it. It's just, man, they just don't go together. Okay, so now the next pieces put on his forearm. Hopefully this one is easier. I might have just done the other one wrong, but if this one's also difficult, that might tell you that yeah, maybe these figures are just harder to put together. Let's move his hand because that gave us issues last time. And let's see if this actually goes together now. Come on. It's just like it doesn't want to go on. Look, it just won't go together. Come on, Toy Bonnie. Ugh, man, you really had to squeeze the pieces together. That was very difficult. If these pieces crack easily, then this might not be the best figure. And his hands, yeah, the hands are definitely a lot more tricky to put on than they used to be, but that's okay. And the pelvis was always very easy to put on for all of the FNAF figures. Look at that, that was easy. And he comes with the tail. This is a amazing detail. I really like this. They didn't have to add this, but they did, and it looks awesome. Look at that. Toy Bonnie's tail. Oh, that is a amazing detail. The attention to detail on these figures are just so good. Okay, and now his legs. So let's put these on. Okay, yeah, sometimes the endo parts can be backwards and you need to rotate them. I'm not sure how the endo parts get turned backwards when they're being made, but yeah. So putting his thighs on, these go together so much easier. It's like the bigger the pieces are, the easier they go together because these are going on so smoothly. Maybe the legs are just the smooth part of it. But building Toy Bonnie up has been honestly very easy compared to the old Wave 1 figures. Like building, I remember Chica and Foxy and Withered Chica and Foxy were like unnecessarily difficult. We'll rip the feet off because obviously you don't need those. And one of the biggest complaints is it was very hard to put any of the characters' feet on. That was the thing that people really struggle with the most. So I'll show you guys how simple it is to put that on. Man, oh my god, if this piece will come apart. Hopefully they don't come apart on them, so maybe that's a good sign. So putting both of his, yeah, see the thighs pieces are already coming apart. That's not a great sign. It's like some of these pieces are really strong and some of these pieces are just incredibly weak. Yeah, it's just barely going. Oh my gosh. This shirt has been a hard figure to put together. This is the only one I want to show you guys the building process of, just because if I showed all of them, that would be very boring, so I'm only showing one just because it's like, man, these are so tricky. Alright, so finally we have his shins on, and let me show you guys how much easier it now is to put the feet on. So you just put the foot on the ground and then you just alright, never mind. That was pretty tricky. Toy Freddy's was so simple. It just slid right on. This one, you got to give it a little bit of force. It's not as hard as the originals. It definitely is easier, which I really do appreciate. So here is Toy Bonnie, and what do you guys think of him? I think, honestly, I'll review him once I get System Error Toy Bonnie, but I can see why people don't like them, especially with the face. It's mostly the eyelids. Look a little off, I'd say, but posability seems great. The pieces don't seem to be coming apart like Toy Freddy was. He's definitely a little wiggly, though. If you notice, his head definitely's got a wiggle to it. But yeah, let me build System Error Toy Bonnie, and then we'll review them. So guys, here they both are, and let me give you my honest thoughts on them. Now, for Toy Bonnie, he's pretty good, but compared to the jump scare Toy Bonnie, I gotta be honest, I think he's better. Overall, just looking at his face, I think the jump scare Toy Bonnie's face is, I think it looks a lot better. His eyes look a lot better. Toy Bonnie isn't really known for his sunken in eyes, and the fact that the eyelids are on the outside just look weird. His head also has that wobble issue that I was telling about. His head feels very loose. Everything else, right, besides the head, I would say is better on this Toy Bonnie. His articulation is so much better. His tail is adorable. His legs and feet and everything move so good. It is so smooth, and the pieces don't come apart too much. As you saw, they do a little bit, and you just have to squeeze them back together. But otherwise, everything on him, all of his posability is really great. It's just the face. The face isn't as good, so if you want a more accurate face, but you can't really pose it or move it, go with the jump scare Toy Bonnie. But if you want a little bit of less accurate face with more posability and movement and articulation, then I would go with this one. But the real amazing figure here, surprisingly, is System Error Toy Bonnie. I was blown away when I touched him. This texture is real. It is real texture, which makes me really confused. Why didn't Toy Freddy have a texture? Toy Freddy was completely smooth, and I thought they did it to cut costs because they just reused the molds, but this is an entirely new mold. He is fully texturized. Even his tail, everything has this texture. It's incredible. Not only that, they gave him customized when the VR Toy Freddy didn't get any customized. So this one clearly has a lot more love put into it, and he's so much better. He has the actual translucent part of him. Again, the articulation is fantastic, and honestly, with his eyes like this, right, with the eyes, you know, being just the yellow eyes, I think this looks way better. I think he looks way better, and comparing it to the Funko Slop, this is so much better. Not only is he bigger, taller, and more accurate, the Funko one is a weird, like, pinkish color, which doesn't look accurate, and the lines on him are way too big now that you look at it. The lines on this System Error Toy Bonnie are so small and so much more accurate. It looks amazing. The posability on him is so good. He can do any pose ever. It's just incredible. This figure really surprised me. I don't care for System Error Toy Bonnie. He's such a random FNAF AR character. Why would anyone ever care for System Error Toy Bonnie? But this really makes me care about him. I mean, just look at the details. His feet are so much more accurate. They have this texture all throughout. All of his pieces are completely translucent, which is absolutely incredible. The joints actually drop down if you look at the articulation here, and they have spaces up inside the pelvis for the joints to go into, which I really like. He's fully posable at his waist. His waist can turn all the way around, which is absolutely incredible. His hands, even his fingers, have the tiny little details on them, which I really like. He is so posable. You can put him in any cute little pose that you want. You can have him waving. You can have Toy Bonnie waving and saying hi. It looks so good. The System Error on his stomach is, oh, look at that. Pieces are cracking. That's not a good sign. The arms, I noticed, are probably the worst things about these figures. They just don't want to stay together, like, at all. I'm not sure what's wrong with them, but the arms really don't want to stay together. The System Error looks so good, and the bow tie. Even his little bunny tail has this, like, 3D texture effect, which I really love on it. And his face probably is the best part about him. He looks so much better than this Toy Bonnie. I don't know why, but he looks so good. The opening jaw is so smooth, it doesn't snap into place like the other ones. Like, you can do it, like, half in the middle if you want to. His teeth look really good. The endoskeleton colors in there look a little inaccurate, seeing the endoskeleton in there, but the white on his face and his eyes and his ears and everything about him is just so accurate. I absolutely love it. This Toy Bonnie, I feel like he's just too wide. Does that make sense? Look how wide he is compared to this Toy Bonnie. Toy Bonnie is a very slender, thin character. And because you have to put the pieces on the endoskeleton, it makes him very wide looking. So honestly, I see why this one is a lot better. His shape is honestly just a lot better. It's a lot more Toy Bonnie shaped. His head is way too wide. His eyes don't look very accurate. His torso is extremely wide, especially his waist. His waist looks giant for some reason. Look how tiny the waist is on this Toy Bonnie. It doesn't even have the little drop down part that this does. This waist is way too big, and honestly, it doesn't really look good. The fact that you have to put this on an endoskeleton, I feel like, is holding this figure back. Because of that, you need to make it way too like big. I don't know how to explain it. This Toy Bonnie obviously just looks a lot better. So this, I love the Toy Freddy one because Toy Freddy, he's a big boy. But Toy Bonnie, I'm just not really a fan of, honestly. I think the small jump scare figure looks a lot better. So unfortunately, this Toy Bonnie isn't great, but I would definitely buy the set for System Era Toy Bonnie. For some reason, System Era Toy Bonnie is literally carrying this 2-pack. System Era Toy Bonnie is perfect. So let's go check out Toy Chica. So guys, Toy Bonnie is a big flop. Toy Bonnie, bye-bye, I don't like you. But System Era Toy Bonnie, I like you. Let's see, only 2 more to go. Toy Chica and High Score Toy Chica, and then Mangle and Shadow Mangle. Toy Chica and High Score Toy Chica. People say this is probably the worst one. Out of the Endo series, they say this one was probably translated to the worst, but I'll be the judge of that. So let's go ahead, build her up, put her together, and see what she looks like. Okay, guys. So, taking a look at Toy Chica's box, it's basically the same box as Toy Chica and High Score Toy Chica. And again, I think I know why Toy Freddy's better, because it looks like they can only give out 1 pair of customized. And they gave the customized to High Score Toy Chica. Instead, they should have given it to normal Chica, remove the eyelids from the actual mask, and put them on the eyes. That's why Toy Freddy probably looks so good. And these ones don't. Toy Chica, you can see from the back of the box. Ew! Gross! Ew! I'm sorry, she's so ugly. She is so ugly. So, I'll go ahead and build Toy Chica and High Score Toy Chica off the screen. I don't want to do time-lapse because that is extra editing. And I will come back once they are built. Here are the Chicas. And just gonna be straight up, these are easily the worst, I'd say, out of the whole series. These are probably the ones you could skip on buying. You really don't need to buy these. Let's go ahead, start off with Chica, because, well, oof, I got a lot of issues with these, right? Alright, before we even say anything, right? No words. No words. Look at the difference here. I think it's pretty obvious which Chica's better. Spend $10, get the jump scare Chica figure instead of spending $25 on this, because this simply is not worth it. The jump scare Chica figure is a million gajillion times better. Not only does her face look better, her body has accurate proportions, and she actually looks like Toy Chica. While this thing, ooh, yikes. Alright, so first of all, her face, I think definitely the main issue is that they put the eyelids on her actual face instead of on her eyes. It just doesn't look good. Her head is way too, like, squared off. Do you see what I mean? See how this Toy Chica's head nice and round? This one's squared off. The beak looks horrible, especially when you open it. Looks like she's, like, screaming from her soul. You know, when this Chica opens her mouth, it looks normal. That's Toy Chica opening her mouth. It looks like the movie. When this Toy Chica opens her mouth, this is horrifying, and not in a good way. Not in a FNAF way. In a, ew, that's ugly way. Second of all, she's fat. They somehow made this Toy Chica obese. I don't know why she's so wide, but compared to this Toy Chica figure, she is extremely wide. Another thing, this Toy Chica has a lot nicer yellow. This yellow looks like faded. It looks like a sun-faded yellow. It really, really is not the best. The Let's Party doesn't look, it looks a lot darker. It's just not very good, and for this being a big deluxe action figure, it doesn't even come with the cupcake. That's pretty lame. She's just so wide. Like, look at her torso and her waist and her legs. They're so wide compared to this figure. It just doesn't look good. And another thing, they put the numbers right here in the most obvious spot where everyone can read them. That's stupid. Why would you put them there? Literally everyone can see that. She just really isn't great. I mean, her okay, and her foot just fell off. So, her articulation clearly isn't that good, because her feet barely stay on. I'm literally trying to pose her feet. I'm really trying to pose them, and they just don't look. I'm trying to pose her foot back, right? It won't. Like, this literally was made to be posed, and it just won't. So, this sucks, dude. This is awful. This, like, her eyes aren't even looking in the same direction. Do you see this? Her eyes are looking in 2 completely different directions. And Toy Bonnie was saved by System Era Toy Bonnie. He was awesome. But High Score Toy Chica just isn't good. First of all, her eyes are really looking in completely different directions. I mean, look at this. One of her eyes is just lopsided. It doesn't look good at all. Again, when you open her mouth, she just, like, screams, and it looks horrible. She looks way too wide. She's just such a wide-looking character, and the texture on here just looks pretty cheap and lazy. The little pixels just don't look very good. The high score effect just isn't great, especially since High Score Toy Bonnie was so good. Compared to the Funko one, it's There are two completely different colors. I think it's slightly better than the Funko one, but not by much. They're probably the same. This one is more, the colors are more accurate, but the Toy Chica, this Toy Chica face looks way better than whatever this thing is. This Toy Chica is almost too dark, but this one's too light. I mean, they're both pretty bad, but this one at least made the pixel textures 3D on her, at least. This Toy Chica, it's just so disappointing. Her articulation is horrible. Let me try and pose her foot. Oh, the foot just falls off. It's so poorly put together. The articulation on this figure specifically is, it's somehow worse than the other figures. Putting the pieces on were very difficult, and it just doesn't look like Toy Chica. It just doesn't look good. VR Toy Freddy looked alright, but the normal Toy Freddy figure looked incredible. The normal Toy Bonnie figure it wasn't great, and, the System Era Toy Bonnie saved it. This has no redeeming qualities. This is the ugliest figure out of the three. Toy Bonnie was at least passable. You're like, yeah, I mean, it's a little ugly, but it's Toy Bonnie. This doesn't even look like Toy Chica. This is like a million times better, and it's literally half the price. And then High Score Toy Chica is genuinely awful. It's like, it's somehow even worse. Her eyes are even more lopsided. She's just so ugly. I don't understand why you would want these. I don't understand why they would make these so horrible, especially since all the other figures they've made have been very, very good. But yeah, these suck. I would not recommend buying these. I would recommend just buying the $10 Jump Scare Toy Chica. It is way better. And, yeah, no, I had high hopes, especially because Toy Freddy was amazing and Toy Bonnie wasn't bad. But no, this is really, I don't like this. This is really bad. Yeah, this one's way better. And let's go see Mangle. Hopefully Mangle's not disappointing. So, I would say the Toy Chicas are definitely the worst, of this video, definitely. Toy Bonnie wasn't bad, Toy Freddy was amazing. And Mangle, I'm only realizing right now, Mangle actually doesn't have an endoskeleton, and I don't think I needed to buy two, so I'll probably save this one for a future giveaway, just because I don't think you needed two. I thought you had to, like, interchange them, but I guess not, so I guess we'll save that Mangle. And let's go ahead, unbox Mangle and Shadow Mangle, and, see how they look. So guys, here is the Mangle and Shadow Mangle box, the very last review of the video. Snap the pieces onto Mangle with glowing eyes, Mangle and Shadow Mangle. So there's no endoskeleton in this, I only realized right now. I just assumed it was like the rest, but no, I don't know why I thought that. Both these figures do look very good. I think this will be better than the small Mangle figure, because you can actually pose her mouth open and stuff. Yeah, this looks a lot better. So let's go ahead and take a look at both of these Mangles. Oh man, these boxes are really stuck together. So, first OG Mangle, I mean, oh yeah, oh, she is awesome. This is literally just a bigger version of the action figure Mangle. Let me see, how are you supposed to put this together? Okay, her neck goes on the bottom joint there. See it? Yeah, that one. Okay, so, you really don't need to assemble this one at all, I don't think. This is literally just a bigger version of, oh man, that fell off very easily. These joints are a little weak. They probably took into consideration the other Mangle is literally impossible to put together, so I'd rather a figure with slightly weaker joints that you can actually, put together, instead of one that's joints are so tight, you literally can't move it. Okay. So we have her legs all nice and posed. Okay, wow, this joint is really pissing me off. It just won't stay for some reason. Let me try here. Hopefully this works. Because that's, oh wait, it's on the wrong one. Okay, so this joint is supposed to go here, and it's supposed to hold her up like this. Okay. I think I might have fixed the joint issue. Okay. And now her Mangle head goes onto this one. Oh my god. Okay, that sucks. That sucks. Oh, that's the worst thing ever. Oh, okay. I finally got her head on. Ow, that hurts. You guys might need some help putting this on, because, man, that was tricky. So here is Mangle, looking very nice with the endoskeleton. For some reason, she's not really wanting to move up. It's basically just a bigger version of the other figure, which I definitely do like. Let's see. So it is fully posable, right? The endoskeleton can close and... Come on. And open his jaw, as well as Mangle can close and open. Oh, wow. She can open her jaw very big. That's really cool. I like that. She can open her jaw very, very wide. Everything else is posable. This little hand up here is posable. These joints, oh, these are actually posable. That is awesome. That is so awesome. I love the posability of these. The feet are fully movable and posable. And this arm, yes, this arm is posable too. This is literally just a better version of the OG Mangle figure. This one, I would highly, highly recommend. I mean, compared to this Mangle, I had to give it a third leg in the back. Mangle doesn't come with a third leg. This Mangle comes with a third leg. It's far more accurate. I mean, yeah, this is just so much better than this figure. They're pretty similar in size, to be honest. Except this one just has better details and it's more posable. So yeah, if you want a Mangle figure, I would definitely go with this one. This one is way nicer looking. And now let's check out Shadow Mangle. We already know that this head is going to be a real pain to put on. So let's just go ahead and try to put it on. All right, come on. Come on, just go on nice and easy. Okay, alright, nice, yes. Mangle, okay. It's, if you know what you're doing and you have strong, steady hands, you definitely can put it on. It's just, it's definitely a little tricky, but that's okay. So, Shadow Mangle looks really awesome. Man, I'm really trying to get her over. It's just that the neck doesn't have the best posability for some reason. It's always stuck in a kind of weird pose. Oh man, see, so these legs fall off like they're nothing, and then the head, you literally have to like break your fingers to put on. Like, what is up with the quality of this figure? Some pieces are impossible to put on. Some pieces just literally fall right off. It's just a little weird. Why would they make it like that? But this Mangle figure, Shadow Mangle, is really cool. I kind of wish they made Phantom Mangle, obviously, but Shadow Mangle is a really cool looking character. Her neck, you can tell, her neck doesn't have the most posability, which kind of sucks because this is the main part of Mangle. It's like it can't go really up anymore, which is a little disappointing. But overall, the Mangle figure, Mangle and Toy Freddy are easily the best ones. Mangle because you actually get two figures in one. You don't need to buy two different packs like all the other figures because there's no endoskeleton, which I think is a lot nicer. You basically get two figures for one, and Toy Freddy looks really good. Toy Bonnie and Toy Chica, I don't think you need to get them. Toy Bonnie, System Air Toy Bonnie's great. Toy Chica, I would not buy. So, overall, these figures were pretty good. I like them. Some of them are better than others. Yeah, Toy Freddy, looking at Toy Freddy again, Toy Freddy's awesome. Toy Freddy looks great. Toy Bonnie, System Air Toy Bonnie looks really good, and Toy Chica's just so ugly. So yeah, that's it for this video. I really hope you guys did enjoy seeing every FNAF action figure ever made, and then even the brand new ones all the way at the end of the video. So, that's it for this video. I really hope you guys did enjoy, and I will see you all later. Goodbye! Oh, guys, okay, Shadow Freddy told me apparently I missed one more set of FNAF figures that he put on the bed, so they're...